So by the name of this channel, you can probably guess I'm a cyclist. I haven't really done many videos yet on my actual cycling, so I thought I'd just make a quick one about my profile and what I'm like, and what I like to ride. So, I'm 19, this will be my first season racing as an adult, because I had a lot of injuries last year which prevented me from racing, but we shan't go into them in this video. I might do another video about that later on, but we'll see how it goes. And I really got into cycling properly, like really passionately, when I was about 14. And this was into mountain biking, because my father had grown up mountain biking. Well, I'd grown up with him mountain biking as well. And I just saw it as this cool sport. You get to go out on adventures with mates, and you get to ride through and explore different like woods and forests and open spaces, and you get to be alone but with friends, and it was so good. And I just thought, this is for me. Like this is my calling. This is what I want to be doing. So I saved up and bought a mountain bike, like a decent one, and just started riding. Just started riding all the time. And I had a couple of different loops around from where I live, varying in distance from 10 miles or 16 kilometres up to maybe 40 miles, which back then I saw as a decent ride. And then that stayed like that for a couple of years, but it wasn't really giving me all that I wanted to get out of cycling, because around where I live, it's not too hilly. It's kind of rolling. There aren't massive hills, but there's just kind of a lot of undulations. So I thought, something's missing, but I still want to keep mountain biking. So what I did is, turned 16. As soon as I could, I got a job, and I just started saving. Like literally everything I earned, I saved. And I did that for 9 or 10 months of just working. Any overtime I offered, I'd be the first one up. Like, yeah, I'll do that. I was taking anything I could do just to get money, and I managed to buy myself a really, really lovely full suspension mountain bike, and I started going downhilling or doing more kind of all mountain, what's now enduro riding, and that was it. Like I really was passionate about riding, and that was probably up until I was about 17 that mountain biking was just me. That was just everything for me. And then once I had saved for my mountain bike, I left that job because I didn't need it. Like, the mountain bike's my only goal. Why keep working a job for money that you don't need? Like, I didn't need it, so I left the job. And come 17, I thought, well, now's the time to learn a skill, because I wasn't sure at that time what to do. And I managed to get a job, but it was about 17 miles away. I didn't drive. I didn't have any intention of driving. So I got a pretty basic road bike and just started riding that to commute to work. Just 17 miles there, 17 miles back. And within weeks, something just clicked. Like, this was for me. This was mountain biking, but with that little bit of it missing. Like, it was just so good. The speed, just the feeling of getting somewhere by your own power so quickly, and that was just incredible. So I kept riding that just to commute, but it did not take long for me to just be hooked on riding so much that all I wanted to do was ride. So having got this new job, I had a sizable income to be able to think about getting a snazzier bike, a new carbon fibre bike, which is exactly what I did. And I just started riding hard and training, and I thought, this is incredible. Like, I was riding everything I could do. I would ride. I'd ride to work. I'd ride at weekends. I'd ride after work. I just wanted to ride my bike so much. And then I thought, this is great. Like, this is a lifestyle. It's healthy. Encourages you to have a healthy diet. Encourages you to live really healthily. It's just perfect for you. And then someone said to me about racing, and I thought, well, I've never really thought about racing. Like, I'm competitive, but I thought racing's not really for me. Like, there's a lot of pressure. But I thought I'd give it a go, and turns out racing is for me. And it's just so good. Cycling, it's just so good. And that's my passion. Like, my head is constantly ticking over just thinking about cycling. When's my next ride going to be? Where's it going to be? How far am I going to go? What am I going to do? What training am I going to do? It's just so good. And now with apps of Strava and Endomundo, or however you want to call it, you can have this social community on the internet to share your passions with, to share your rides with, get comments, get training tips. It's so good, and it's just the best thing to get into all round. It's a sport that people love. It gets you healthy. It gets you places, and I'd really recommend it. Even if you haven't ridden a kid, Jesus, don't be doing that. Even if you haven't ridden a bike since you were a kid, perhaps, and just consider it. Just consider like, oh, I'll just see if a friend's got a bike to borrow, or I'll get a really cheap bike, or I'll just see if I can just find a bike to ride just to see how it goes. And for all you know, it's going to click, and you'll be able to, I don't know, commute to work on it. You'll be able to ride at the weekends. You'll be able to take your kids out on rides. It'll be so social. You could find a cycling club, because so many cycling clubs now they have so many groups for different abilities. So whether you want to ride at 10 mile an hour for half an hour, whether you want to ride at 25 mile an hour for 150 kilometres, there's going to be a group for you to do that in a club that's not too far away at all. And your life will change by doing that, because you'll be so much healthier. You'll feel like you have so much more energy. You'll be fitter. You'll be losing weight. It's just going to be perfect for you to develop as a human, essentially. And yeah, there are other sports that are just like that, like running. But in my opinion, running compared to cycling, I can cycle, I don't know, 600 miles, 1,000 kilometres in a week and be fine. I'll be tired. I might be a little bit fatigued, but I'll be fine. I could go out for another 400 miles the next week and not be too bad. Whereas running, if you try and run, I don't know, a marathon every day, you're going to be absolutely fucked for the next week, because your body just can't take the impacts of running that much. So although running's good, and yeah, you can take running anywhere, running also can fuck you up where cycling can't. And cycling's just so social, and you get to cover so many great landscapes, whether it's on the road or on a mountain bike. Just get a bike and ride it, essentially, is my view. Like, just give it a go. Like, especially in the UK, cycling is becoming cool. Like, in my opinion, it is pretty cool anyway, but in the vast populace of the country, cycling is getting more accepted, more people are riding. There are schemes like Cycle to Work to encourage people to commute, and that's what we need, because a bike is happiness to me, but a bike is also my freedom. And I feel that more people need to realise what they can provide to you. Like, just because you don't like road riding, or just because you don't like cycle paths, or just because you don't like mountain biking, just experiment. There's so many different variations of cycling to try. And for people that don't really know what they want, I'd really recommend cyclocross. It's like mountain biking and road riding combined, because it's a road bike that's really burly, that can take the hits a bit, but you can ride it off-road on the mud, you can ride it on the road. They're not that expensive really, and they're just perfect for you to just be able to ride anything you want until you find what area of cycling you really like. Because deep down, I think a lot of people that don't like cycling would if they found the right area for it. So that's me in cycling. I'm guessing you can probably tell how passionate I am about it, and a lot more videos will be coming out soon about my cycling, about my training, about how I eat on the bike, how I eat off the bike, my diet in general, how I live with cycling, how I manage to work my training around work, because I work a 38 to 40 hour week, and I still manage to train 12 to 15 hours a week with not too much problems. So hopefully they'll be coming out not too soon, soon pretty much. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, give it a like and leave your comments on your passions, your views on cycling, because I feel that cycling is just the best. Right, cheers.